Hello, everyone. How's it going? I'm GameFace Killa, back with some more Roland Cholo digital gaming, digital Gloomhaven action. I'm back playing some Gloomhaven. Last week, I had an epic victory over the bane of my existence quest scenario. Um, I'm not. I'm really getting to be not a huge fan of of the of some of the quests that are survival quests. They take a long time. They're usually very close and nail biting. They're great tension, but in the end, if you spend all that time on one scenario and you don't beat it, it's pretty tough. And I did that quite a few times. Um, I'm starting to see some new things though I haven't seen before. Hovering over some of the quests, I'm seeing some new enemies. I didn't even know they had the rending drakes out, the spitting drakes. There's some pretty brutal enemies from the physical board game for sure. And implementing him, that's not going to be an easy quest at all. Looks like that's a job quest. But it'd be kind of cool. Job quests don't really do they don't really have high stakes to them, so it'd be kind of cool just to check them out at some point. At first, I was kind of going through the job quest trying to see if they had an end, but never saw an ending any of the time. So I think they might just be sort of infinitely generated quests, just to help you kind of round out, since you are technically using several more than the average for questing. They probably had to have a way to generate some XP and money making opportunities for that many mercenaries in a party. I haven't really done a whole lot of. I've done some of the relic quests previously, but I haven't done much in this playthrough online here. But I'm kind of really been interested in checking out some of the other story quests, in particular with the new Elementalist I've been trying out. I think I'm going to try out the his story quest. So I'm helping this week. I'm going to be helping the Elementalist. If I can't talk today, find out how the great hero Swagger was a master of both magic and melee combat. So we've got some. I'd say the hardest enemies here are certainly the spirits. We'll see how this one goes. I'm really not interested in doing another survival quest, but hopefully we'll get just a regular old dungeon. The road you're on leads you to a narrow cliffside path. As the only route in search, as the only route in sight to reach the bottom, you begin your descent. Okay. So there's a cliff face with carvings. I seem to have this event quite a bit, although I think they might have different results. Mysterious etchings and carvings start to emerge as you examine the wall. They begin to morph into shadows that swirl and dance about the surface, seemingly leading you along the wall to a spot on the ground. Tucked inside a small alcove at the base of the relief wall of the wall lies an urn with a small quantity of coins inside. So I could take the gold, carry on walking, or make an offering. I'll make an offering. The shadows dance excitedly as you make the offering before calming and fading away. You sense your offering is not gonna gone unnoticed. So I started with darkness infused and blessing, which is not too bad for 10 gold. As long as everybody gets blessed. I think everybody does get blessed. Swagger was known as one of the greatest heroes of his generation, rumored to be both a master of melee combat and a wielder of the elements. The Elementalist, being a powerful magician, is keen to understand how Swagger was able to harness physical and mental powers, and so wants our help investigating the past. One of Swagger's most famous heroic tasks was the protection of the village Mudchute, which was located to the northwest of Bloodford. So that's where you head. The story of the Battle of Mudchute is almost legendary, where Swagger single handedly protected the town versus the whole bandit camp. When you arrive at Mudchute, the village has been in a ruin for over a century. Perhaps you can find some information about Swagger here. I have been slowly setting up the characters in this group to combo off of each other for elements. I've been trying to get obviously the Spellweaver with some element perks added to the modifier deck, as well as purchasing up some mana potions There's lots of ways I think you can integrate Swagger. He's an old, I guess, an old hero. The village is overgrown, and many of the buildings have collapsed. All the villagers left generations ago. As you start to explore, long undisturbed bones rise from the undergrowth. Apparently, all the villagers didn't leave after all. All right. Well, this is kind of cool. It's like a sort of like an abandoned ruins. That's kind of cool. Like the red vines. Um, all right. So the biggest thing with the spirit enemies is the shielding. They have a ton of shielding. They don't have a lot of health. So if you can find a way to either wound them or pierce, then you've got a nice amount of. Oh, there's some hexes that are difficult terrain. We've got difficult terrain now. Haven't seen that before, or at least, yeah, I don't think I have. And there's hazardous terrain now. Wow. So the difficult terrain just costs an extra movement point to move through. Usually because it's water, waist deep water, something like that. The hazardous terrain is kind of like a trap. It doesn't do as much damage as a trap, but it's always permanently there, which is kind of nice. Unfortunately, our spirits do have flight, so they won't be affected. And it looks like there's two rooms after this room, one on each side, although it's interesting because this door does not look closed, but um, all right. So the nice thing is this is where some really interesting effects come into play with Cragheart. For example, if I were to use the massive boulder, I may not be able to necessarily do a lot of damage um, to the first enemy I hit, the first spirit I hit, but the second one would take a collateral damage. And so there's lots of little ways of, hitting little bits here and there, doing a little damage here and there. I may even possibly be able to get another hit in by moving adjacent to them and doing damage to each one, but we'll see. So there's lots of, if you can find some auxiliary ways of just doing straight damage with no attack, that can be a way that you can get around their shielding. The Mine Thief, his what he can rely on or she can rely on is just trying to do as much attack as possible. We'll see if we can get that done. Dark Frenzy is pretty great because I can do a bottom attack and possibly a top attack. Move 3. Immobilization would definitely be good on these living corpses because then they're kind of taken out of the picture. I just have to worry about the living spirits at that point. Of all the attack abilities I have, I don't have any piercings equipped. So I do have darkness, however, so possibly there's a way I can. I think only one of my abilities consumes multicolor. Yeah, I think Mind Thief has one. I'll have to go back and take a look at that. All right, so we've got, man. I mean, I guess I can go ahead and use Formless Power. and generate some ice for next round. Or I could generate ice and let someone else use it. Say for some cold fire. Yeah, it'll be good. Now she does have piercing, so it's possible the elementalist could also, with the mana potion, set up fire, and then I could do some heavy damage to these two spirits. All right. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, so the spirits are moving and doing pretty huge attacks. That's the problem too, is they do a lot of damage. So you really have to take them out, but they also don't take a lot of damage, so you waste a lot of time on them. Of course, here we've got the living corpses doing a 6 attack. They only move 1, so I could kite them, immobilize them, and stay away from them. The regular living corpse is not moving at all, so I don't have to worry about him this round. I just have to worry about this big guy here. Okay, so we've got... I mean, we might as well start with hostile takeover because the immobilization will take care of him as long as I keep that up. All right, so it did pretty good damage. Not bad. For an elite, it's going to take a lot of damage to kill him, but at least he's immobilized. If I stay away from him, I should be good. Now, unfortunately, the Crackheart was planning on getting near him. Maybe I should have done my stun powder, but mobilization is good enough. So now we've got to try to move up here and do some damage. I think I'll move fairly close. Man, I don't want Mind Thief to have to take the damage, but all right. So I guess we're going to attack this elite over here. So I don't think anybody else is going to attack that guy. And it's going to generate ice, which is already being created, but that's okay. I just am trying to decide if I want to use a potion or the goggles. Why not? Let's use the goggles. Now I could stun this guy. So it'd be big damage plus a stun. I think that's good because the elites are going to do 4 damage. That's a pretty big hit. So I think we will also add stun to that. All right. So the advantage is really, I mean, the Mind Thief has got some great modifier cards. Lots of big hits, or at least +1s, +2. Not very many negatives, or even, and just 1 miss. Only 1 negative and 1 miss, which is kind of nice. Everything else is pretty positive. So he's going to be doing, she's going to be doing a lot of damage. Okay, so the question is, do I want to get a card back? I think I might get my crowd control card back, my immobilization. And Mind Thief won't need to go invisible this round because the spirits will probably be stunned, and then the living corpse is immobilized, so we should be good. Now the trick is going to be what to do about the living corpse. So I could hit him right now where he is because I can extend my range. And you know, I could spin the ice because I could then use the ice right after. So I could use both elements to really do a lot of damage. I could also pierce. And kill these guys for sure, but I think I'll just hit the living corpse. Oh, there you go. That'll do it. Okay, so now I just need to move, and we'll just kind of move back and forth really quick just to get our ice remade. All right. Well, the Spellweaver is in a good position because she can just get this spell done right where she's at. Now I could do the old pierce. Oh, I was going to infuse fire, and I forgot because then I could do pierce and do a lot of damage on these guys. But I don't want to waste everything here in this first room just in case there's some bad stuff going on. So we'll go ahead and stun these guys. So I'm basically taking out everybody's ability to do anything this round, or all the enemies' abilities. I don't think we need... Well, we'll go ahead and create some ice, just in case. Movement. I think she'll just stay there. And... Huh. Maybe I will try to set up Cold Fire again next round so that I can actually use it correctly with the pierce and the extra damage and the other stuff. All right, so Craghart's got a situation here. But I don't think it'll be too bad because if I move, man, he's down to 2 hit points and he's gonna get to do a huge attack if I don't hit him. I guess I don't really need to move necessarily. Do I want to add extra damage? I don't think I really need to for this attack. I'm mostly doing it for the ancillary attack. All right, 1 damage on each guy. It's not bad. Man, I just really want to... Let's live a little dangerously. Come on. So I'm going to move up and do an extra damage to everybody adjacent to me. So this will be that extra, side damage that is just worth... Yeah, the direct damage is awesome. I love finding ways to do it as much as possible. I mean, it's even worth it just because of the fact that, I know Kragart's going to get hit now, but he's the only one getting hit. Oh, and of course he draws a +1. Of course. Okay. So I know I've got something that's like, attack everybody that's right by you. Bum, bum. I mean, maybe I don't. I could definitely use Stone Pummel, though. That's a great card to attack enemies if they're on all sides. I should really heal myself as well. I could have sworn that I have an attack all adjacent enemies, but I guess it's kind of... I do have some lost cards that let me... Oh, okay, so here it is. Sentient Growth lets me attack all adjacent enemies. I mean, that'd be worth it. Well, it wouldn't really, because I wouldn't do much to the spirits, for sure. So let's just do some healing. The Mind Thief could set up the Mind's Weakness. Oh, yes, there you go, Joe. You've got the wound on that that Mind's Weakness card. I personally hardly ever use the bottom half of Mind's Weakness. It's a great wound card for sure, but I'm I just it's such a great augment to have. I pretty much only use that. I could use Scurry to get up close, um, and wound, or I could use Scurry. Well, I could use anything else really to move up, and so I have a range 3, so I could hit anybody where I'm at. Yeah, maybe I should. Well, we still have this many enemies on the board. Maybe I should do a little bit more crowd control with my stun and my immobilization. That's going to really take out both of these guys on the left. Let everybody clean up the guys on the right. All right, so now Cragheart is not going to use the earth, so I could use earth magic to shape the ether, stunning 2 creatures and targeting 2. Yeah, stunning 2 creatures, targeting 2. It's a pretty good option. I think everybody else is going to be pretty much dead. I don't really have crowd control with him as of yet. I could reuse Cold Fire, but the Elementalist was planning on shaping the ether, so maybe not Cold Fire, but we could get Pure Augmentation. She'll use Cold Fire and do some healing on Cragheart, and maybe we'll get that fire set up this time to do some extra damage. Okay. So the living corpses, as long as I don't get nearby them, and hopefully this elite will be dead, not moving, suffering a damage, but they're doing a big attack, so we want to get away from them. The spirits are healing, and they're attacking at range, which is, again, a pretty big attack, so thankfully this will be my chance to stun and or get rid of them however I can. So get Cragheart. I think Cragheart will be fully healed by the time this turn is over, because he'll be able to heal himself too. Oh, but I went too early, so I'm not going to be able to use fire this time around either. There's really no reason to use extra damage. Because it's just mostly for stun. I mean, I could pierce and drink a power potion and guarantee killing them as long as I don't draw a miss or a -1. But I hate using all of my abilities now and then having nothing for the last room, so I think I will just stun them. All right. It's going to be kind of interesting. So we definitely want to stun the spirit. Interesting. Oh, I drew a muddle as a rolling modifier. That's cool. And then I drew a stun. I didn't draw enough damage to hurt him, but he's out of the picture. And we will now... I don't even think we have to worry about... Yeah, we don't have to worry about the living corpses. So maybe I should target someone else. Well, I don't think my damage is going to do much on the elite, so we'll go ahead and start working on the living corpse because we're not going to be able to stun him forever. All right, so Elementalist. Got a pretty nice set. Got a pretty nice amount of damage here. If we can, I just need to move up a little bit. So we'll just move up here. Generate some wind. Yeah, we got a lot of element generation going on here. Um, I don't want to use the. Oh no, I can use the ice because the. Huh, this is interesting. I can use the ice because of the fact that the um, somebody generated it. Mind Thief, I think, generated it after the Spellweaver used it to stun the other guy. So now I can not. I can't stun them, but I can do a huge amount of damage. Right now, it's going to be an attack 5. This should. Man, now watch me draw -1, but +1. All right. Well, these guys took out the left spirit on their own. I did not think they would be capable of that, but they could. Do I want to generate any elements for next round? I think I'll save that. So Stone Pummel will take care of the. Will for sure take care of these guys. So the problem is I can't tell. I don't seem to be hitting everybody. That's part of the problem here. Okay, there we go. It's just very weird how you have to hit. That's one of the AoEs that's kind of a little strange. It's like, how do I click? You have to be careful. You have to make sure that you see these circles on the ground. Otherwise, you are not targeting what you want to target. Man, I'm just not doing anything to these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and use my +1. And hopefully get lucky and draw some +1s. But not on the guy I should have. I drew a ×2 and a. That's all right. We definitely got the room under control. And then now we'll finish out by healing. So everybody's kind of back to normal. Don't think we need to generate anything. And he takes. Corpse takes a point of damage. All right, so at this point, Cragheart doesn't really have. One of the things, just take a moment here. One of the things I hate about the spawning quests is you have to pretty much do attacks all the time as much as you can. So if I take a downturn where I want to load up backup ammunition for Cragheart, I'm really wasting an attack of opportunity in there. And by the time I'm back in the game, there's going to be 4 more enemies back in. It's just, they don't really give you the opportunity to use some of your setup skills. I mean, you have to risk it if you are using it, but you just never seem to find a good time to be able to do it. All right. I could do kinetic assault, try and do a big attack. It's probably smart because it's my lowest initiative card anyway. Um, I don't really need to heal anybody. So I'll just use Dirt Tornado just as a movement option. So I think that's Cragheart's biggest hit. So somebody's going to need to help try to burn this living spirit down. I'm going to try to use Mind's Weakness. Knock this living corpse down, and I think the Elementalist will help. We've got some wind here. I mean, I could use wind for push, but I don't think I can push him much of anywhere. Well, there's some extra attack with that. So let's use that for the extra attack, and we'll generate some earth. Let's see what the old Spellweaver can do. We can use Flashing Burst. And All right. So the living corpses can move, or the living corpse can move 2 and attack 3. Not a huge attack. Living spirit's doing a little bit worse of an attack because it's a muddle and it's ranged. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and use. So this attack's going to do 3, but we'll poison. I don't think I'm going to use my power potion because it's not really going to make much of a difference. It might have made a difference. I might have been able to finish it, but I think the elementalist should hopefully be able to finish. Let's see. No real need to go invisible. Okay, so the spirit is going to go after Cragheart, so I have to try to do something. I mean, oh, so I got to move first. I might as well move up here and get this gold. So this is only going to do, if I draw 0, it's only going to do 1 damage. I do have quite a few +1s. We'll see. No, just 1 damage. All right. So he is going to get to attack. I don't think I'm going to move. And I don't think there's really any reason to generate anything. So Spirit will attack Cragheart because Cragheart was the closest. Not too bad, just 1 damage. It will muddle him, but he doesn't really have a lot of big attacks left. All right, so the Elementalist is up now. We definitely don't want the Living Corpse to do his attack if we can help it. Living Corpse has already done its attack, so I think we'll just go ahead and use the air. And now we should have enough damage to finish this guy off. Yeah. All right. So we've already got ice on the field. I don't necessarily think. What do we have here? Nothing that really uses elements for anybody except unless the elementalist wants to use them for himself. I mean, we could get fire on the board and use the ice spikes, but I think I can do that anyway with my boiling arc. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, and we've at least got a stun with the ice, so I think we're okay. We'll generate some earth and get this gold. So we've got some element options. Spellweaver is going to also generate an element, so there's a lot of elements to play with. Right now, I need to draw a +1 to be able to destroy this guy. We'll see what happens. I did. All right. So the spirits are tough, but if you can kind of crowd control them a little bit, they're not going to be absolutely terrible. So the question becomes, which room do I want to go in next? I think I'm going to have... I think I'm going to have... I think I'm going to go ahead and take a turn, gather gold, do backup ammunition. That way I've got that set up. I mean, if I have a chance, I always like to try to set that up, especially for the last, the first room has enemies in it. You got to take care of the enemies. But then as you're waiting to open up the next room, you might as well get backup ammunition started and hit enemies. You're basically doing 2 times damage if you can just find a quiet moment to use it. So we'll just keep... Yeah. Well, I don't want to use Scurry this round because I want to get this gold. I'll use Scurry next turn to move up to the door as fast as I can. So, I mean, the problem is the Mind Thief just doesn't have any low cards at all. I only wish that I had some healing cards, something to do with the Elementalist with those elements. Maybe we can get up to the door and spin them. Oh, that's right. We weren't going to do that this round. Well, let's generate some fire for next round because we're not going to have any other elements. And I don't want to do shaping the ether because we've got some stun ability with that. It's going to be kind of a weird. This next turn, not this turn, but the turn after will be weird because now I'm collecting gold, but next round, a couple of characters are going to be running out of cards. So the question becomes, what do I do for? What do I do in terms of long resting, short resting? It's the big question. So we got all the gold in this room, which is great. Got a lot of elements going on. Oh, I like that. I didn't realize. So we'll move up a little bit and do some ice. All right. Now the old Craghot can't heal himself, but, you know, that's okay. Got backup ammunition going. Okay, so now we're ready to go into the second room. Clear the way. Well, the nice thing would be a crater attack and a heaving swing, which means that the Spellweaver will have to go into the room. But that's okay. She has an invisibility cloak, so she can use that. But she is going to have to use a short rest. Here we go. It's not going to be ether. See, it's not ether. Okay, so we've got fire and ice. I'm sensing a cold fire for sure. Hopefully there'll be a cluster of enemies I can actually use it on. Mind Thief is going to scurry and try to get caught up. Only got 2 cards left of the Elementalist, which is okay. All right, so Mind Thief is catching up. All right, Spellweaver, here we go. The door is open but not open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, whew. Cool. We have like a cabin. Yeah. All right. So, what are these guys doing? These guys are moving 3 attack range 3. So 1, 2, 3. But they can move 3, so what are they doing? Attack is pretty big. Pretty big. Living Bones are moving 1. So I don't really have to worry about them. Let's see the Living Corpse. He's moving 2. I don't have to worry about him yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up here. And we'll use the old Cold Fire. Oh, we got to skip the rest of our movement. We'll use the old Cold Fire for extra attack, extra stun. Oh, they have shielding. Wow. Well, I don't think it's worth using yet. Man, these guys are tough. Okay. Um, so now I really just have to worry about one archer. Ooh, +1. Nice. Okay. Now I just have to worry about one of the bone archers and um, the living corpse at this point. Oh, almost forgot to have her go invisible. That would have been a sad ending for her. Wow, he couldn't go. Interesting. So there is some. It looks like there's some more hazardous terrain in here. That's cool. They've got different kinds of hazardous terrain in this cave-like area. There's some thorns on the ground, um, and then here you've got the vines. It's kind of cool, thorny vines. All right. So what are we doing here? Well, there aren't any elements left. That makes sense. So I think we're gonna go ahead and move on up. Uh, I do know that the living corpse is going to be able to move 2. 1, 2. So I need to maybe move here, but that's not going to be close enough. Huh. Well, maybe there is a way that I can have Cragheart. Yeah, Cragheart can move up and tank. No, 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 friend. Friend. Don't go through the thorns. Yeah, I'll have Cragheart move up and take the hit. He can, or maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. All right, so we're going to skip our movement. We're going to do a range attack. It's just going to be an attack of 2. There's no reason to increase. Oh, I could have increased range with my helmet. I've got to remember I have that because I would have avoided getting attacked, but that's okay. All right. I think we're going to need some elements next round. Let's try a stun or some ice to get a stun. Okay. Okay. So I could use heaving swing. I'm running in. I'm pushing target into hexes containing obstacles. In this case, you know, push him into some difficult. Well, I could push him into an obstacle and difficult terrain, and this guy would be pretty much dead. Or I could attack 2 guys for like 4 damage, but they'd have to be within range 3, and that's all 3 of these guys, or 2 of these guys. So 6 damage or 6 damage on one guy. Six damage split between 2. Or no, it's actually 8 damage. Yeah, that might be better. Okay, so we're going to do the range attack. Oh, too bad I don't have the push 2. Man, that sucks. Why didn't I have the Elementalist set that up? I should have looked ahead. That's what I get. I didn't look ahead at Cragheart. He could have used push 2 and I could have done some damage, but that's okay. Let's get 1 attack on him, 1 attack on him. All right. ×2. That was great that I targeted him because it would have been wasted on the other guy. Well, not completely wasted, but all right. Good amount of damage, probably on his last legs. So what do we want to do? I mean, I still can. I don't necessarily know that we need anything in particular. Oh. When you're damaged by an attack targeting you, suffer no damage. So I could use this and not take 4 damage. So I think I will. I like that. One time in the whole game, you can take no damage. I mean, it's not, usually there's just one mistake for each character. usually. So not too bad. All right, so we got a short rest. I'll lose Stone Pummel, which, man, I don't think I'm going to be too worried about for right now. I do want to try to get Massive Boulder going because I could essentially do 2 attacks with pretty big collateral damage. Man, I can't do that. We'll get some healing going. So Mind Thief's in a tough position because she's got to do some long range attacks. I don't really want to lose Cranium Overload, but okay, so we'll get some stuns and some immobilizations in. That should keep a couple of these guys quiet. So we'll short rest. All right, not too bad. I do probably want to try to stun somebody in the room. So we've got like 3 stuns coming up, so that's not too bad. The problem is now I've got to figure out how do I want to handle Elementalist. Or I'm sorry, the Spellweaver. I really think the Fire Orbs would be rad. 1, 2, 3. But unfortunately I can only attack. I need to get some extra range on that card. I need to move over them. Oh, there we go. So I'll just use Reviving Ether. And she's, that's great anyway because she can stay invisible the whole turn again. And then do a big hit on these guys because they're shielded. And the Fire Orbs do a lot of damage. Plus, yeah, it's fun, right? It's for kids. All right, this isn't too bad. The Bone Rangers are healing each other and then attacking for 2. The Living Corpse is definitely doing some big damage. We got to get him out of the picture. And the regular bones are attacking to target 2. But the nice thing is that they literally have to move a long way around. And the Living Corpse would have to be dead. Well, the Living Corpse will probably be dead by that point. But only one guy is going to be able to get all the way around my Spellweaver. So that's kind of cool. And they'll probably all be stunned anyway. Okay. Oh, yeah, especially if I immobilize the first guy. Okay, so we'll take out our friend here, the Living Corpse. I can't do a little amount of damage with this guy, but he's stunned. Don't need to go invisible. I do want to use my hostile takeover now. Man, she's just doing such huge damage. It's pretty amazing. So the cool thing about the Mind Thief is that let's settle this question right now. Actually, it's been killing me. Gloomhaven. Let's see. Okay, so someone said online. Someone just realized the scoundrel was a female. Now I knew that. I don't know why people are saying that the Mind Thief is a female. it's just interesting because I mean, it's not. I don't know. There's just something. It doesn't really even matter at all. But I just I referred to the Mind Thief as a male for the longest time. There's not necessarily anything that makes her look male. I mean, it could be either way, but it's just kind of funny. I just keep seeing that everywhere. They're like, "No, the Mind Thief is a female," but it's like, okay, but how do you know this? Is there like a story element that comes out? And it's just kind of interesting. Okay, so anyway, the point is that the Mind Thief has pretty much knocked out the ability of any of these guys to do a lot of damage. Um, the only question is who can I hit someone with a stun? I don't think I can. I don't think I have line of sight because this guy's in my way. See, now what I should have done was no, I had to target the. Hmm. Well, I guess I can hit this guy because, but I'm not going to use the stun. I'm not going to use the ice. I mean, it's not like anybody else is going to use it, but all right, I'll use it. Because I do think I get some. Eventually, if I use enough elements, I get um, a perk as one of the achievements. Man, no damage. Okay, well, I used an element. Now we're gonna use the old move just for the fun of it. Back to the same space you were in. Okay, so the Bone Rangers might. Okay, well, first they're gonna heal, but I guess they might not be moving. Oh yeah, they don't have a move this turn, so they actually can't hit anybody. That's good. And this is great because the scoundrel's going after their move is over, but it sucks because they're almost fully healed again. So part of the problem is Massive Boulder is not going to be able to reach. Man, that's annoying. See, I thought this guy would be dead by now, and he should be dead, but he's not. So I can't move through him. Okay, I know what I'll do. I will make it up to the Spellweaver by damaging her twice, and then I'll heal her for 2. Oh, she only takes 1. Oh no, here's the second attack. Okay. Ah! What are you doing to me? All right. And I got her healed back up, so it's okay. It all worked out. So, um now the question is there's really so I can use impaling eruption, but I still have one more room left after this, so we got to get this cleaned out. I hope this last room isn't too terrible. So Kragart's done. Okay, so Spellweaver. I mean, at this point, we've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, she can't hit the last one. Okay. All right. So we've got the fire orbs going. Now this will be the perfect time for her to use piercing to skip the shielding, and might as well use a power potion. It's possible we could kill some of these guys. Cook them. Kill. Kill. Wow, 8 damage. And kill with my blessing. Oh, that's right. My blessing I got from the quest for giving a little bit of offering. Well, I think I can get this room cleaned out. And the Spellweaver hasn't even gotten to her reviving ether yet, which is kind of cool. All right, so I definitely want to do. Man, I wish I could do impaling eruption on more than one enemy, but maybe I'll save chromatic explosion so that I can generate elements right before the last room. So anyway, let's see how that works. Elementalist does have some good elements to use, so we'll get those set up. I mean, I guess hail, the stoking hail would be great just for some stun ability. The Mind Thief. I mean, we could have the Mind Thief go ahead and start moving and opening the next room because these rooms are very close to each other as far as the openings. I know it seems somewhat silly just simply because of the, yeah, and we'll do a mass hysteria. Why not? We're gonna blow up all of our final cards here. How many backup ammunitions do I have left? 2. Okay. I mean, I should probably use Heaving Swing just to get my last, what do you call it? My last melee attack out of the way, and then just finish off with as many range attacks starting next round. Okay, so the bones are going to get to go before the Spellweaver, which is interesting. All right, well, let's go ahead and see what's in this room. I could potentially use my boots. Yeah, might as well. Well, I guess I don't necessarily know if I need to use them. I think I can use them after I've already started moving. And okay. And she still does have um, her invisibility cloak. So we will go ahead and use that. I still don't think I'm going to use my power potion just yet. Hi, this is a big room. Most of these, I mean, there's no elites, so they're only shielded by 2. Muddle. Okay. 1 damage, not too bad. And then now we'll have a big mass hysteria attack. We'll definitely target the bones that are easier to hit, and we'll keep working on this same guy. Do I want to use my power potion? I should, because it's going to be effectively a lot more damage. Did I choose everybody? Yeah. Okay. Nice. And we're going to be generating a lot of elements here. Oh, there we go. That's the way to have a turn. All right. And the Mind Thief is now an obstacle. Now the enemies will move through those thorns if they don't, because they'll see me as an obstacle, but if they've got a line through a trap or hazardous terrain, they will move through it. So there's going to be a lot of guys taking some damage here. I just need to make sure and not plug up the areas where they can move. All right. And of course, the living spirits can attack at range. So, and they can fly over those things. So essentially, I need to get up there and Oh, I can't hit anybody. Oh, even if I increase my range. Well, I can hit this skeleton, but he's not going to be able to do anything. Well, might as well just use the element. Don't really want to pierce. Okay, no damage, but he's stunned. Not a great turn, but okay. So now we got the tank coming in. Oh, I forgot we still got these guys over here. All right. So we'll move over here. Let some guys run at us. I do have the ability to do extra damage if I have my crater. So I'm going to generate some earth. Or, if they come in, I can push them back onto the hazardous terrain and then make them go back again. It'd be kind of cool. We'll see if I can make that happen. Okay, a little bit of damage with the bones, not too bad. All right. Hey, no damage either. So not really gonna get hit. Oh, I forgot. Both those guys can get hit. That's okay though. That's the only damage I'll have to take. Okay, so Spellweaver is adjacent. So we'll move her. Maybe I don't want to use Impaling Eruption just yet. We'll try to finish this guy. Ooh, man, that's not gonna. Okay, that's a little better, but okay. So the spirits. The bad thing about the spirits is they can move right over everything, traps, obstacles. But I guess they're not moving close enough to do anything. This guy might. Yeah, because they can hit it too. Oof. Not good, but at least they're closer. And I can do some key crater hits here. Question is, do we want to use... Yeah, we use Sentient Growth and Crater. It's not going to be very fast, but... All right. So the old Mine Thief is going to need to go late, but unfortunately, her late is not that late. It's as late as we can try. So we got to hopefully do something that eats up a lot of elements, but man, we just do not have a lot of... I mean, Formless Power, I guess. Oh, we should start using some of these lower, even though they're loss abilities. Okay, so she's going to have to short rest again. No ether, and it's not even a great card. Okay, so we got to move fast. We got to move forward, jump. 1, 2, 3. Can't move in the room. So we only just need to move 2 because that's the farthest we can move anyway. Um, Cold Fire, not going to do too much at this point. Impaling Eruption will be good for this. Okay, then unfortunately, a lot of these cards were higher in initiative, so I'm going to have to take. Obviously, the worst is taking the Living Spirits hits. What are they doing? Oh, big damage. Attack 2. Come on, man. They're all going to attack this poor guy. All right, I got to burn a card I have. Oh, no, 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 not the AoEs. I just said not the AoEs. That selection is annoying. It's like burn a card and then it's like no, burn a different card is the right one. It's like no, no, no. Cancel should be on the left. Okay. I have to get rid of another one anyway. So not the AoE card. That was bad. 2 burn cards. That's annoying. Okay, so we'll do a strengthen hit. I feel like I should be doing more damage than this. So this is not going to be a big hit, so we'll do this on the guy that probably will do damage on. Okay. Now I'm strengthened. Now we've got an attack. Oh. Yeah, we want to strengthen ourselves. Now we can do an attack 2, push 3. Now this is really going to be an attack 4 because it's a melee attack, and it's going to be at advantage since it's strengthened, so I could draw big enough to kill this guy. I didn't, but I did do 2 damage and a muddle. And I'll push him all the way back. So now I could move into the room. But this is good because I can use... Who is left? The bones? Oof. Move 3, attack 2, target 2. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do this attack. It's a disadvantage, but I should be able to kill him even with the disadvantage. Yes. Okay. So now I just got to worry about... Man, both of these guys could get to me now. That stinks. And I attacked a guy that could be pushed later. Oh, well. Okay, so we're going to... I mean, it is an attack 4, so it might be worth it. I mean, somebody's going to come and attack us anyway. So let's have this guy, because I could kill him. All right. So now we'll have the living bones come, but he's going to... Oof, I forgot about that guy. Oh, he's going to try to move around. Oh, that's good that I killed him, because now he's going to take the path around the thorns instead of through the thorns. Boom. I did that. I planned that, right? I count that, right? I count that. Okay, so here's the big thing with the crater. What you want to do is you want to hit an enemy so that it'll hit 2 other enemies, or actually in this case it's going to hit 3 enemies. Now it might not do too much damage, but it will do this collateral damage even though these guys have shields, which is awesome. And I can attack one other guy. We'll attack him because he'll also hit... Oh, I can't see him. Okay, so Mind Thief is going to take 1 hit, unfortunately. Oh no, these craters just do... The craters just do, they don't do collateral damage, they just push. So why did I select that? I thought I was selecting the other one. Do I want to push these guys? I guess. Okay, well, I'm glad I did that because I killed one and the other one's almost dead. So we'll use our talisman to get our power potion back, I guess. Yeah. And then we will move on in here so we can start tanking and heal the ally. See, now I would have healed Mind Thief. I had it all planned out. I get to attack one, but it's really not going to probably do anything. Yeah. All right. So Spellweaver now is... I mean, the smart thing to do would be obviously to use the... Okay, we'll use the chromatic explosion. I know I'm going to be drawn disadvantage, but I still should kill him. And I did. I'm creating a ton of elements. I'll move back. I'll move over here. I should move back because she's going to have to... Oh, well. She's going to need to recover her stuff anyway. Now we created every element known to humankind. I just don't have any good attacks with what I have left. Well, maybe I should heal. Yeah, maybe I should heal this round. And then we'll do our big zip around and disarm traps, destroy obstacles thing. Because at this point, they can hit us from range, so I want to improve my access to them whatever way I can. Do a short rest with the old Elementalist. Man, I'm going to lose my stun, but that's okay. Whew. Now there's a great attack. Shaping the Ether for sure. We'll try to use... Well, I don't have any more lower attacks, but... Yeah, let's use that one just in case. We can hit somebody from here. Oh, but we want to get in the room because there's a chance we could hit multiple targets. Okay. All right, well, this is the last... Spellweaver is going to be able to... Or is going to need to revive Ether. But again, it's ill-timed because we're almost about to wrap it up. Okay, so... I can loot 2. And then scurry. Or empathetic assault. That's a great question. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I'm only going to be getting one thing. I could just move and get that one thing. And then we will attack at advantage. I wonder why I'm attacking at advantage. Oh, I'm still strengthened. That's right. It goes through the end of my next turn. Glad I used that big attack. All right, he's dead. Woo. All right, so these spirits aren't as much trouble when you're using your lost cards at the end. I'm taking some big damage there, but that's okay. All right, Spellweaver. There's not really any reason to use Cold Fire. And I thought I picked that big card that does a bunch of damage. I picked Shaping the Ether. Good grief. Okay, well, it only would have done an extra 2 damage, so... What am I using? I mean, I'll be able to do extra damage no matter what, so I should just use. Well, they are still going to get to attack, so I might as well use cold fire. Yeah, and stun one of them. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So we can move 4. I can move. This is going to do 2 damage, but hey, I'm sacrificing myself for the gold. Okay. Oh, I should have used my boots. Well, I stopped on the golds on the thorns, so Okay. So we're gonna heal. Oh, I should do this. This is gonna be extra attack if I do this. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna be doing an extra attack. I'm gonna be moving this, and it has to be. Gonna confirm it, and I can move it within 4, and it's gonna do an attack 3. Oh, it has to be an empty hex. Okay. So if I draw +1, he's dead, and I'm gonna add a power potion. So he should die as long as I don't draw -1. There we go. Now there's no spirit turns. All right. So this guy. So now I can move 2, and all adjacent allies and enemies suffer damage. But we'll just do the enemies here. Boom. Now we got to get all this gold. Well, the elementalist can at least finish his turn, or I could go back and get all this gold back here. I'm only going to get 1 more bit of gold, so I feel like I should just go ahead and use the elements that are just sitting here, not doing anything else. And we'll use our bow, which we'd been saving for no reason. All right. Good hit. Now we'll move and go get the gold. Okay, so we're just going to do some quick resting here. Burn everything, whatever. I'm going to see if I have a loot card somewhere. I don't think I do with him. So we'll use the kinetic assault to do some big damage and rumbling advance again. Mind thief. Mind thief. Now, yeah, if I use my scurry, I can. Oh, but it's also the same thing as my loot. That's lame. There's got to be something else that lets me move on the top. There's not. Man, that sucks. All right. Well, we can at least get something. And we'll just stun him with that. I mean, I could just kite this guy basically while I go get all the gold. I mean, come on. Why not? There's not a lot here. All right. So we can't really move that far. So we got a short rest. Okay, so we still don't have to use reviving ether. Hey, we can use cold fire. Now wait a second, I don't want to screw myself because if I use a lost card, yeah, I can't use that just yet. So how about this? I'll use my reviving ether this round. There's no reason to save it. Then I've got my cold fire loot 2 for next round. Okay. Mind thief. So we'll do the stun. Ooh, but what if I kill him? All right. Well, I'll just move. Skip attack. Skip movement. Crag hot. Well, we're just gonna have to move right through. Get the trap. 5 damage. Wow, that's kind of sucks. Skip the attack. Elementalist. I definitely don't think we're gonna get this all the gold in this room. There's a lot of gold. Hey, but that didn't do any damage, so we're okay. All right, Elementalist, Reviving Ether. I could have her move in here and help get this gold. Yeah, that seems like a smart idea. Okay. I mean, we might as well do XP stuff too. I mean, why not? Oh, well, that's an XP card right there. So we just need to use a top XP if we can. We don't really have one. Stop messing up. Okay. Mind Thief. Doesn't really have a lot of options. This is what we call gaming the system. Because I literally am just trying to get everything I can. Oh, I can't keep going then. I skipped movement. That was so dumb. That was really dumb. That was really, really, really dumb. He's going to take a little damage. It's okay. It's just a little. I want to immobilize him, but I'm afraid I'll kill him. I probably won't kill him. Let's immobilize him. I want to give him a chance to attack. We're getting him close though. And that's an XP, so that's good. All right, Elementalist. Sheesh. Craghot. All right, all the gold in that room's done. Craghart and Mind Thief are doing really well. What's up with you guys? All right. This is so silly. Getting the gold. Getting the gold. Still cannot move far enough to get any of this gold. Well, she's just going to have to take a little damage to be able to get to the gold. Ah. All right. We're getting there. Oh, healed himself. that's not good. All right, we'll do a little bit of. I still got to get one more. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if I can. If I can finish it this round. Oh, I'm just taking a turn. That's what's going on. All right, just getting a little XP. I probably could have done that Dirt Tornado and got the XP off of that, but a long rest with the Mine Thief. Short rest with the Elementalist. The problem is the Elementalist can't really do big movement, but this Bellweaver can do the move 3. Okay, so we'll have the Elementalist move down there. Let's see. I need one more round, I think. So we'll just kind of skip a. Well, I do want to try to get close to this guy, just so he'll attack me, not the Mine Thief. Three damage. All right, Spellweaver, get that gold. All right, Mine Thief can heal. Burn a card. Okay. Cragheart will do a short rest. We'll try to get some kind of XP out here. We'll do the retaliation, even though I don't think that'll do too much. I guess we'll do the tornado. No, we need to go early. Mine Thief. It's kind of funny. Short rest. Whew, we only got 2 cards left. Spellweaver. Oh, and she's even going to beat him. He's not even going to be able to get that last bit of gold. All right, Mine Thief. Let's see. I'm going to force an enemy to take its turn as if it were we're all friends. But the funny thing is there are no friends of his to attack. So we'll attack for. Oh, nice. So he'll get the XP still, and Cragheart should also be able to get some XP too. So we'll set up retaliation. And then we'll do Dirt Tornado at a disadvantage, which will be hilarious because if it doesn't kill him. It does. Oh, and he drops gold. I forgot. I could have got the gold. Oh, well. Elementalist, can you warp over? No, that's all right. So we'll just skip the attack. Victory. Not too bad. See, I just love these scenarios so much more. It's a little bit more tactical. It's not chaotic and crazy. It seems as if the village is silent once more. Ooh, take 50 damage from sources other than attacks. Pain, give me more. So somebody got um, a perk point. I'm not sure who that would have been. Cragheart? I don't know. All right, so obviously the goal now, gain a perk point. The elementalist searches the ruined structures and finds some old scrolls from the mayor's office. It seems after Swagger's defense of the village, the settlement ended up in huge debt. The payments are addressed to a tower located near the modern day Silverwick in the mountains to the east. It looks like we should head there next. Cool. Oh, and he leveled up. So we've got a perk, two perks, and a level up perk. Let's see what this achievement is. I don't even have an exclamation on this achievement. Take 50 damage. Oh, okay. Ooh, this is a prerequisite to unlock a special character, and we know who this is, Lightning Bolt. So it looks like if I take enough damage from sources other than direct attacks, like I basically ran through about 50 traps, we've unlocked someone. Your love of pain has attracted the Berserker to our guild. She is now available to add via the character menu. That'll be cool. I have a friend who played the Berserker character in the physical game, or sort of for virtual physical game, and seems like a great character to try out. I'd love to try it out once these guys get a little bit more built up. The elementalist uses an ability that places a negative condition 30 times. That's interesting. I don't remember doing a lot of those, but that's cool. I'm about to get another perk point. I just got to do it 2 more times. Spellweaver infuses elements. Elementalist uses 30 area attacks. Yeah, so we're doing pretty well. So here's the consuming element. So I got to keep doing that. I just got to keep up with these achievements. All right. Man, I really wish that I could get rid of the whatever is this exclamation. I don't know if I have to scroll all the way down or it just must be a bug. Oh, cool, Brian. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like Berserker does go exhausted a lot. Yeah. Um, I always noticed that too. They always did a pretty big attack for a few rounds and then, yeah, kind of went exhausted a lot. But yeah, definitely would be interesting. I'll have to rotate her in here once in a while. But the nice thing is we've got a couple of story quests done. We've got some leveling up to do and some perk points to spend. But that'll be cool to start setting up the elementalist with a little bit more element generation for sure. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for me tonight. I will be back next Tuesday doing some more Gloomhaven. We'll probably keep working on the story quest till we run into another annoying one. But so far, actually, I think that we're getting to the point where all of the story quests that we can do have been uncovered, except for two. I need to find some new starting areas, some new traveling areas. So we'll this will be good. We'll go back and forth between the story, the travel, do some relics maybe once in a while to mix it up. But I'll be back next week, streaming some more at 8 p.m. Central Time. Join me then. See you guys later. See you, Brian.